All right, so I've been enjoying chronicling this music making creativity journey, for lack of a better word. It's been really fun making these types of videos, doing live streams, interacting with you guys in the chat. It's been really nice. I've been learning. I think I've been positively impacting people. And I think part of like what makes me excited is when people tell me that what I do inspires them to be creative. That is really the chef's kiss. So to that point, just a quick high level in case you haven't been, as involved with the this whole process here. I recently downloaded a different DAW called Bitwig because I thought that Ableton wasn't it for me. I thought that Ableton felt like work. I thought that there were too many concessions that I had to make in order to have fun with it and blah, 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 blah. Ultimately, I was doing a live stream after feeling so excited of using Bitwig after using it just for a few minutes the night before. And a few people joined the live stream and said, like, why are you stepping away from Ableton for this kind of thing? And I was not phased by it because whatever, right? But during that conversation, the question of why not Ableton, what's the issue, arose, and I was going through a few of the things. And the long and short is from that moment to right now, which was about 2 days, 2 or 3 days have passed from those two moments. I've learned a lot about Ableton. I've been having a lot more fun with Ableton. I'll talk a little bit more in depth of like what I've been doing and why I've been so much more intrigued with it. But one of the things that came out of that conversation was the MIDI controller that I use. And several, or actually really one of my mobile MIDI controllers works reasonably well with Ableton. It's called the Arteria MiniLab. I don't know the number. And do I have it? It's upstairs right now, but I've done videos on the channel. It's upstairs. But it works reasonably well, works pretty well. And then I have a whole bunch of other MIDI controllers that don't interface as well with Ableton, but have their own unique advantages, such as a 37 key super slim one, a 25 key super duper slim and small one. And then those are pretty much the two main ones that I can really speak positively to. They're valuable and have strong attributes for their own specific reasons. But we all know Novation, maybe. Novation has a Launchkey, Mark IV, that came out not too long ago. And my man Benjamin mentioned, not even mentioned, just strongly said, you need to experience Ableton with this, right? He has a 37 key. They make maybe 5 or 6 different versions. They make like a 25 key mini, they make a 25 key regular size keys, which is the one I got, 37 key three, 37 key regular size keys, then I think a 49 regular size keys, I think a 61 regular size keys, and an 88. Correct me if I'm wrong, I think that's right. That was about 5 or 6 different units. Took me a little while to figure out, but apparently the two different mini versions, mini, not MIDI, but mini versions have smaller keys, which I don't like, but smaller footprint is good for the type of ways that I make music. And they also have something else that I don't like, or they don't have something specifically, right? So like if you look at the 25 versus the 25 mini, the 25 has a few additional buttons on it, such as, I don't have them memorized off the top of my head, but like quantize and capture and maybe tap tempo, maybe those three, maybe more, are on the 25 regular size keys, but not the mini size keys. So I was kind of giving some thought to, which version makes the most sense. And I had a bit of an epiphany earlier today. I was like, all right, well, neither of the minis are good compared to the regular size keys because of the fact that they're missing specific functionality with Ableton that I'm excited to be, using and getting less on the computer keyboard and more on the actual controller. So it was between the 25 and 37 key. And what happened today, I was doing a live stream with my Slimline ESI key 37 key MIDI controller. Super small, super thin, really good. And I was like, all right, well, I have a 37 key here. And some of these cafes that I go to, I have specific tables where it's just me there. So it doesn't make that much of a difference. if I'm rocking with the 37 or 25. But then I realized this is, again, a nuanced thing. And I may even consider getting the 37 at some point if I'm not just completely enamored with the 25 and want to try the 37. I might return and swap. But the thing that I noticed is that with most MIDI controllers, they're going to sit in between me and the laptop, right? And the moment that happens is the moment where having my hands to navigate the laptop, keyboard and mouse, I'm not able to rest them on the table anymore. I'm resting them, either hovering them above the keyboard because there's some thickness to it, or I'm sitting them on the keyboard, which is not as comfortable. And that's true with pretty much any MIDI controller except for the ones that are super thin. And I mentioned I have like the ESI ones that are fantastic for that. And then I have the Muse Kinetics K-Board C that I talked a lot about. So then I was like, all right, well, the times where I use standard depth or height MIDI controllers, I usually would not have it right in front of me. I usually would have it a little bit to the side so that in front of me there's a space, right, for me to rest my forearms. And I'll play around with that a little bit more, but if that's true, it's a lot easier to have a 25 key off to the side than a 37 key. A 37 key kind of, in my opinion, in a mobile-ish setup, needs to be right in front of you, because the 37 key to the side, it's like a huge footprint that you're taking up. Okay, so I think I accurately, efficiently, and effectively got all of the background out the way. Not out the way. This is all part of the video, right? But got it covered. And so now I'm going to talk a little bit about this. So, and then at the end of the video, I have some more stuff I want to talk about. But that is the 25 key. So I'm going to go ahead and unbox it right now. Let's do it. All right, so I just made some changes on the settings on this camera. That's why I think it'll be kind of cool to see the difference. But I have like the light over there that I don't need my glasses on, that makes lighting much better, and I'm able to do pro mode on here. But now that we're on the desk, I just wanted to be able to see the difference. This is on automatic mode on the pocket camera, which is, obviously it should look significantly enough different compared to how things just look. But let's go ahead and get this opened. I'm excited. And I paid for this too, I should say, right? I tell you guys when I don't buy things. And so I should tell you guys when I do buy things. And I paid, full price on Amazon for this, which is kind of cool in a way. I mean, whatever. It's cool because it's showing the level of conviction, is that the right word, that I have about this device as being something that could be or should be extraordinarily valuable for what I'm looking for. So this is how it looks here, right? Let's see, right? Boom, look at that, Launchkey. Oh, let's do a thumbnail. I always forget. Oh no, we'll do a thumbnail after. Hang on. We'll do a thumbnail once I take the keyboard out. So let's open this up. It says Launchkey 25, Novation, the creative controller. I like that. I like the name. Not just a regular controller, but a creative one. Cool. So we'll take this out. A few things fell out. No big deal. Probably a little instruction manual. Probably a USB-C cable. Cool. We'll put that in there because it's going to a device with only a USB-C on it. And like most items that have USB-C, in my experience, they usually include a to C cable. Whatever, no big deal. So we'll open this up, and I'm gonna want to compare this in footprint size. I'm probably gonna go upstairs and bring down the Arteria just so I actually can compare it. I'm probably gonna want to compare the two, because again, the idea with something like this is the size. And like I mentioned before, the extra functionality you're getting here, you're getting, and we'll power it up in just a second, but you're getting capture MIDI, you're getting undo and redo, Quantise, I don't think I mentioned that, and metronome. And I don't know, again, for the smaller footprint, but you're missing all those key components. And I definitely like the full size key. So it's kind of like a no-brainer for me. So we're there. Now let's go get my laptop and let's give this a go. I'm gonna I'm gonna probably not. It's so yeah. I'm gonna go get the Arteria real quick because I kind of need to look at the two of these like side by side. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So bear in mind this is the Arteria Mini. So they don't make like a small keyboard with regular size keys, but Novation does. And Novation has the mini version as well. So let's kind of take a look at this. So this is what we're looking at. This is the Arteria, which works quite well, okay? But there are reasons that this is not the ideal Ableton controller. There's several of them. Like, let's compare. I mean, we'll do a full-on comparison video later, actually. We'll do that just once I'm using the other one. But in terms of the footprint, I mean, yeah, you're talking about a significant difference in size, right? So then it boils down to, okay, when I'm doing Ableton stuff out the house, the question is, and I don't have the answer yet, but would I bring this controller with me out of the house? So one of the things that I would need to check is whether or not it fits in this bag, which I don't think it's going to. Nope, certainly not. So then the next question is, if I'm not going to be bringing it out of the house, does a medium-sized controller like the 37 key make more sense for Ableton? Again, I don't know the answer to that either until I start using it. So I'm going to go ahead and launch Ableton here on my laptop, and I'm going to get started and just see what this is like. I like how I don't have a sense of, sometimes I have a sense of like pressure built in to, is this a new project? Hang on one sec. I don't know what this is that I started working on. Audio. Oh, this was just some nonsense. All right, so don't save that. Let's go in here. What I was saying is a sense of pressure built into, maybe this should be on the right-hand side, and bring this over here because the USB-C port is over here. Built into whether or not I paid good money for something, or if something makes sense to have, because I know what I'm after. I know what I'm after. And I know that, like, if we're talking about something like the K-Board C compared to this version 1.124.4.1.4, maybe we might want to install an update on here first, perhaps. I don't know. Let's see. Let's say back. Let's say quit. I wonder how we install an update. We probably should install one. And let's see. So let's just have a. I mean, I don't know. Let's actually go and let's actually try to install an update. Let's take a look just so we have the latest version. So Novation Launchkey 25 Mark 4 software update. Updating this firmware. Let's read this real quick. Applies to Mark 4. Okay, when you proceed to the it's best to check it has the latest firmware. Latest firmware is needed to do like blah blah blah. The update is done using components. The tool used to manage the firmware blah blah blah. You can download a standalone version when you register blah blah blah. If you're using a web browser, you may need to allow. Okay, so we're gonna click here. We're gonna try to install components. Let's see. Yes, I agree. Your browser isn't supported. Components make use of web MIDI, blah, 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 desktop app. So we need a different browser. Okay. We'll go to Chrome. So this is all stuff. I'm sorry, you probably can't see, but you probably can't even see the screen anyway, but that's fine. So we'll go new, let's see. So I'm installing components. I'm letting you guys know what I'm doing right now. Going to this components website in Chrome this time. I'm going to launch it, and I'm going to allow, and I'm going to, oh, there you go. So update available. So it just lets you go there and just update. And now it's entering update. I like web-based updates. That's pretty cool. Press the scene launch key on your launch key to confirm installation. Okay. Press to upgrade. So receiving app. All right. So it's installing an update. That's cool. All right. So I'm excited. I'm going to just give you guys just my literal first impression. There shouldn't be that much that I need to familiarize myself with on this. I should be able to just, I think, start using it. And again, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay, your launch key is now running the latest firmware. That number looks like it was the exact number that was on it before, but I could be wrong. Dismiss, add support for Novation Play, whatever that is, not sure. Let's close out. And now let's go into, should we do a live stream here? We have a few minutes. Yeah, this is kind of meta, but we're going to do a live stream. we're going to do a live stream on YouTube while we're filming a video. So we're going to go here, we're going to go screen share, we're going to go new, we're going to go first impressions of the Launchkey Mark 4. Is that what it's called? Launchkey of the Launchkey Novation Launchkey Mark 4. Boom, go live. All right, cool. Let's do it. We're doing a live stream. We're doing a live stream. That's kind of cool. So you guys are getting the live stream version. So what's going on, live stream people? I am actually filming a regular YouTube video with this camera right now that is recording. But I figured I would just hop on live here in case anyone wants to see what I'm doing like in real time. I think this is actually kind of cool I've never done this before. I've never done a live stream while recording. So yeah. All right, so I got this and I'm just gonna take it for a spin and check it out. So let's do it. You people as well watching it not on live. Cool. So we're gonna go screen share, we're gonna go into Ableton, and my first thoughts with this are how easy, my question about it is how easy is it going to be to just kind of get started. So I still need to, in Ableton, create a new template, or not even template, just default set. So I'm not worried about that right now. I'll do that at my own time. But for now, I'm just going to I don't know. I don't even know what I want to do right now. Let's go to sounds. Let's bring some volume up. Let's just bring in some sounds, whatever. And we're in. All right, so we have this. We have the key. How do the keys feel? So first off, keys feel fine. They feel good. They feel as I expected them to feel. All right, cool. So my first thing is, rather than having to click, and like the idea is I want to do as little as humanly possible in Ableton, like on the computer. Anything that I absolutely need to do, I will do, but other things I want to just be able to do on here. So let's explore. So for example, tap tempo is a thing, metronome is a thing, right? This should, I don't know what it should or what it's going to do, but let me just look here. This is change. Okay, so these knobs by default change the first 8 parameters as expected. And this MPE invert. Okay, I'm not sure what that last one does, but okay. Then I'm thinking about like mixer. So I think that's plug-in mode. So this turns to mixer mode. This changes mixer volume 1, and I think this, I thought this would change the master volume, but it doesn't. So I'm not too sure about that. But obviously if I bring in a different sound like this, so these change, the knobs up here change your levels, okay, and transport into encoder mode transport. I'm not sure, so I have to just explore. But we're in door mode, drum mode. We also care about, what do you call that, like sequence, like the drum sequencer, which I'll check out in a second. So if I want to start recording, let's just see how do we navigate to different tracks. So right off the bat, navigating to a different track on here is not automatically arming the track. There might be a way to do that. So I have to find out how. But it's not doing that by default. This obviously changes the level that you're at up and down. This changes the track, but I'm still needing to click in here in order to change sound. So that's a thing right off the bat. Like, why doesn't it automatically arm when you're on the new track. There is a way to do some script thing that I can do on my own, like separate. I'm gonna try that later regardless. But let's just try something. But I really do need to figure out how to do that. What about drum mode? So drum mode does this, lets you use these pads for drums. So if I go to drums over here, and bring some drums in like here maybe. But again, it doesn't, yeah, I gotta figure that out. I'm sure Benjamin would know, but I would expect expect the track to arm. Let's find a different drum kit. Drums. This is a song that I made. I'm confused. Hang on one second. What did I just click on? Oh, here. It's like a song. It's like one of my... Okay, that was weird. All right, that's cool. Let's keep going. Let's just take a look. So this is... But then how do we get to transport mode on here? So I guess... Not transport, but what am I talking about? Sequencer mode. ARP pattern, user chord. Let me look it up. I'm actually curious. So there's a way to do... Are we still in? Oh no, we're in Safari now. Launchkey sequencer mode. Launchkey Mark 4. Sequencer mode. Step sequencer. My episode for about a week now, and it seems like I have to invest in MIDI. Novation that keeps coming as a strong contender. I've heard a lot of great things about its step sequencer. Here's how I understand. Other MIDI keyboards might allow us to write our input notes and beats using the piano roll, but when it comes to deleting them, moving them, it's simple. Any MIDI control that you record notes in Ableton Move 4 goes beyond and does what the push control does. It implements a step sequence that works directly with the clip. So yeah, but how do you do it though? Let's see how we do it. Sequencing with watch a video. This is a long video. We're not trying to watch no crazy long video here. We need a quick how to. In Ableton. Let me see. This should be pretty easy. Using Launchkey in Ableton Live. For proceeding, make sure it's up to date. Okay. Redeeming. Okay. I'm trying to see. Where's the what do you call it? Sequencer. 8 clicks. 8 clicks and perform your part. Recording drums using the drum pad mode. I gotta go on YouTube. How do we activate the sequencer mode? I do not know. Activate sequencer mode and on Launchkey Mark 4. Sequencing here. This is a long video, but that's fine. Let's just see.
It's a really handy little tool to have when you're sketching out stuff of solid. It's not optimal in some ways. Mini, on being an old
long video, dude.
Side of bit functions for the controller. You've got currently in DAW mode. This will show up as a Bitwig controller, and if you hold down shift, this DAW one will light up, which normally won't be there. So you've got DAW, which we'll come back to now. We've got the drum mode on track. If you hold down shift now, you can go to DAW mode. You've got your drum now, and you've got drum pads. Cool. Okay, you got a chord mode here as well. There you go. So that's basically the function of how this works. The cool thing with this as well is it's not necessarily only just for drum tracks either. You can completely just do this, and this is a really nice way to kind of get sort of tonal sequences in as well, or melodic sequences in. So let's In this case, it's get onto our sequencer mode, yeah?
What are they pressing to get into
In this
sequencer?
case, it's get onto our sequencer mode, yeah?
So sequencer mode, what is he pressing to get into sequencer mode? User code? He just does it so fast. Hang on. Dude, what do you need to press? Very confusing to me. Not clear right away. Maybe there's a manual I should look at? RTFM, guys, what do you think? Using Launchkey, Ableton, getting started. Sequencer? No. It's not immediately obvious to me how to do it. I feel like I just want to explore and not have to like look so hard to figure out what I'm looking for. But let's keep doing it. All right, I'm going to drop the live stream. Bye, guys. Thanks for joining. Peace. All right, we're back here. I'm going to spend a little more time exploring this, and then I'll let you guys know how things are going.